Absolutely. Okay, just a minute and a few seconds left to go before we kickstart trade for this morning. We're counting down to a gap up start. About 4% is what the pre-open rate itself is indicating. 1470 is where we're currently at for the Sensex. So it seems like it's a 1500 point move that we're gearing up for the Sensex alone. The Nifty is well on my screens, holding up very smartly. It's a 4.25% kind of start that we should be headed in for. I'm interested to see whether the beaten down banks actually come back to the fore, because remember, the financial sector is going to be at the core of any and every reform that the finance minister should be announcing in just a few hours from now. We understand in the latter half, but let's see which way we head. A gap up move, Vedanta. They've announced the India delisting. Remember, yesterday itself, you saw a big jump up on the stock of about 12%. So look out for that. Look out for telcos. There's been that press release handed out by Gilead as well, saying that they've voluntary licensing agreement for Remdesivir, and two of the listed entities, that Cipla as well as Jubilant Life, are amongst those names. The first rates this morning, it's a gap up move, no doubt. We are holding up 1,000 point plus on the Sensex, the Nifty as well. It's a solid triple-digit move coming in. It's a 4% move on the Nifty as well, no less. 4.25% higher. 9,500 is where we're currently at for the Nifty. And might I add, we're counting up higher. 95.43 now, that's where we're settling in. It's a solid breath as well. Haven't seen this kind of a breath in a long time. 1,000 stocks standing to the advances and just 50 odd to the declines as we speak. Let's kickstart then with the big winners from the Nifty, which are actually comforting the markets up. IndusInd Bank, ICICI Bank, Vedanta, Bajaj Finance, SBI, the beaten down boy, Axis Bank, UPL, Tata Motors holding out right now in trade. You've got a big move coming in on Maruti as well. Axis Bank holding up 6.5%. Hero MotoCorp, wherein, by the way, almost 4 out of their 6 factories are now up and running and have the lockdown has been lifted over there. So look out for that stock too. Hero MotoCorp holding up very smartly in trade. You've got an Ultratech Cement, HDFC, Kotak Bank, Titan, the entire metals basket. All of it is looking good. The only sour grapes this morning are Nestle. After its earnings came out, that stock is down 1%. And IT is not all that mighty excited. So TCS is flat, Wipro is flat, and Infosys is flat. But I think we can completely skip the losers today. Today is really about rejoicing the market, Nikunj. It's a solid move, 3.25% higher, 9,500 straight away back on the ticker.
All right, a great start as was expected, luckily ignoring what's happening otherwise around the globe, clearly in favor of the advances as well this morning. Across the screens, really, it's green, and we're seeing, of course, strong moves, 5% and more on most of the heavyweights. Vedanta, of course, also on the delisting news is up 10%, in addition to what we also saw yesterday. Financials looking strong. Reliance is 2.5% higher. Tata Motors, SBI, a whole host of those names on your screen, all of them actually seeing a strong move in trade today. Bandhan Bank, just take a look at that as well. Post earnings, it's still managing to see a gain. The entire lot of financials actually, ICICI 7-8%, RBL, and these were lagging otherwise in trade. Maruti is definitely one of the names that's standing out outside of the financials. That's definitely seeing one of the bigger moves coming in. But otherwise, across the screen, really, it continues to look incredibly strong.